Welcome, I'm so glad you all could join me. I'm Chavah and you're watching Ask a Midwife. This is Chavah Benzion, and I have a special plan for the morning. I'm taking a client of mine, Ariella Malka, a first-time mom, to the hospital. She's planning a hospital birth with me as her doula midwife. I've been caring for her in pregnancy and advising her, supporting her, and working together with her. And I'll be helping support her as a doula in the labor. So I usually bring all of my clients to the hospital before the birth just to check it out and meet some of the staff and feel more familiar with everything. So that's what we're going to do today. Good morning. This is Ariella Malka. How's it going?
It's awesome.
Are you excited?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Let's go.
Excited. All right, let's do it.
Hi. Okay, so we are going to park here at the hospital, and it's very hard to park here, so I always look right here to see if there's any spaces, and there isn't. So we're going to go over here and see if there are any spaces. This is like the off-roading zone where you basically go in. You can turn. Oh, they closed it off. Okay, so I can't go in there either. Alrighty, so welcome to the hospital. This is how it works. You basically drive around forever until you get lucky. And then you have to pay a whole bunch of money for it. So.
Oh, jeez.
But that's so beautiful out there. We can get a shot later. Go to turn, you can show like all the mountains. I love this view because it's like you're just looking out over all of the southern part of the north of Israel, the southern Galilee. Okay, here we're gonna go through the security. הנה השומר. שלום, תגיד, ברוך הבא לזיו hospital, לבית החולים זיו.
הוא יגיד לך.
These are the nice security guards that are keeping us safe. Yalla, bye.
ביי, יום טוב.
Okay, so let's follow this guy and see where he's. Shalom.
Are you trying to get a thingy?
So we're going out again because we really couldn't find anything. Bye. Okay. All right, well, we got a little walk out of it. There's the hospital way down there. That's called Ziv Hospital in Tzfat, and all the lower Galilee, is behind. And we're walking west. We just had to park a couple blocks away, so we'll see what happens. It's probably only going to take us like 5 minutes to get down there. And it would have taken us like 20 minutes to find parking, and we get a little exercise out of it. Okay, so we're taking this little shortcut. Ariella Malka! So there's the view that I was telling you about. It's so amazing. And when you're in the hospital, you can see out and you see like a whole 360 degrees of the Kinneret. And that's like the southwest over there, and the west and up to the north. So it's a really beautiful view. And we're gonna go in. So I was telling, here I'll flip the camera so I can talk to the camera. All right, so basically what Ariella, Malka, and I were talking about is, when I go into the hospital with a woman prenatally, I always like to kind of walk through all the steps that we're going to go through on the day of the birth, like where we come in, through what door, and who to give what to, and all the things we need to know for the actual birth, so that on the day of the birth, there's no, the only question is just like the birth itself, like relaxing and going with the flow, and there's not. We like to get all that bureaucratic questions out of the way first, and it just makes for a more relaxed and more enjoyable labor experience. I always kind of feel like a funny tourist when I'm filming things like normal, regular things in my own hometown.
Right.
So, this is the hospital. And this is the new children's wing. They have a whole new side that they just built. They just finished the side. It's like a trauma center for children. And we're going to go in. This is the main side over there. That's the main gate. And right over here is the Miyun, also called emergency, and that's where we come to. So we just got yelled at for filming, so we're not going to actually film as much as I had wanted to, but we are going to do some stuff, and we'll see what happens. And just want to give you guys kind of an inside scoop on what happens in the hospital and how we do things prenatally, so we really maximize all the good, secure feelings and minimize any concerns about like what's going to happen for as far as coming to the hospital. So we're going to the 4th floor. Okay, this is our normal standard hospital room here, and it just basically has like the hospital bed. Back behind there are like gases and things, and pretty much they have a nice, you know, they close it. That's the monitor up there. Okay, hi. So I'm sitting at the top floor of an amazing hotel here in Israel. Just kidding. I'm in the natural birthing room, and I just want to show you around a little bit. Okay, so we talked a little bit about how to get in here, and I can recap with that in the a little bit later. So here is the room. So here's the room. We have a really big pool over there. And this is where they weigh the baby. This is a scale. And here's our beautiful view of the Lower Galilee, the Kinneret, Tiberia over there. And we have a big pool with balls available, a bed if needed. Here's the bed, the birthing bed. Here's a birth stool. Here's a mat for the floor, a hanging thing for people who want to hang, moms who want to hang. The bed goes up and down. There's a cordless monitor over here. Really great stuff. This is a very well-equipped room, but a lot of this stuff just sits there, especially the more medical stuff. I like to sleep on that bed on a long labor. I've slept on that bed a lot of times during a long labor. I just want to say that I love this hospital so much, and you should know that I've been working here for how many years now? Probably about 9 years, and I've had so many amazing births on this bed, in this room, and so many amazing women, so many strong, amazing women have given birth here, and I just love coming here. The reception that I get when I come is always really positive. I feel that there's a really good rapport between myself and the other midwives and staff, and the doctors are amazing. And I just feel like the women here are really respected. They've struck a really great balance between good health care and safety of mother and baby, as well as respectful care of the birthing women who come in here, and gentle care of the babies. I think their care is just amazing. So I feel really blessed to be able to work here, really fortunate. And all the midwives that work here are amazing, and they're all different, and they have different strengths and skills, and some of them speak more English, some speak less, some speak Russian, Hungarian, Arabic, all different languages. And I just really love all the staff here, and I'm really happy to be here. Okay, so we're going to move on. This is the exit, just so you have privacy in terms of walking through the hall. You don't have to go out to where all the other women are. You just go ahead and go out here, and you can walk along. And each on one side are windows, and on the other side are all the labor and delivery rooms, all the individual rooms, and it goes all the way around the top floor. So on each side here, there's a labor and delivery room. There's one of the big ones. Let's see. Okay, this is the really big one. There's like an armchair, and then they have this is where they weigh the baby. This is a room that they do like their twin births in, if they do like a vaginal birth of twins, because there's there's room for 2 monitors. There's also like different IV pumps and epidural pumps, and it's kind of like it's a much bigger room, but it's also a little bit more, I have a little bit more gear here. Okay, so we walked all around the hospital, we got tons of information, and Ariella Malka is all ready for her birth. Woo, that was awesome. So we got a private tour and we got to check out everything. We went and we saw the baby nursery and we saw the natural birthing room and we saw the regular birthing room and we talked to a bunch of midwives and we got a lot of information, and I think we're feeling really good about being here. And I think that every single question we possibly could have had has been answered. So hopefully when I get home and I edit this movie, I might actually add in some more dialogue, because I wasn't actually able to film as much as I had wanted to. I had to be a little bit respectful of, I didn't want anyone to be on camera, and I want to respect everyone's privacy. So I'll just go ahead and fill in a lot of the details later on when we get home. Okay, so I'm back and returned from the long, maybe possibly even 3-hour round trip journey to the hospital, which was really a lot of fun. I really love Ariella Malka, and I'm really excited for her birth. So this was a good exercise in if you've had a baby, especially if you've had a birth in the hospital, you have some idea of what's going to happen. You understand sort of how things flow in terms of getting in, and first of all, not going too early, not going too late, getting in there, getting a little bit of monitoring just so they know what's going on and they can feel reassured. This hospital is very pro supporting the woman in whatever she wants, as long as the baby's fine, as long as the baby's monitor looks good, and as long as they're not worried about, they're not stressed out about progress in terms of like the woman needs to progress at a certain pace. They're not concerned with, they are, in my opinion, they're relaxed in all the places that they need to be relaxed, and they're more conservative in the places that they need to be conservative. I don't agree with them on 100% of the decisions they make, but I'm not there for that. I'm there to support the woman as her doula. And when I'm in that hospital, I am very much a doula and not a midwife there. But I use my midwifery knowledge, and most of the midwives seem to be understanding and supportive of that. And I really adore and respect all of the midwives and all the staff, as well as the doctors. And what else did I want to say? So we explored how you go in, how you check into the hospital, what you need. You need your ID card, you go in, there's a certain desk you need to go, and then there's a long hall, you walk in, you get to the elevator, and you go up to the labor and delivery, called the Chadar Leida, the birth room. And in Israel, you go in and you're basically in your birthing room. It's the same way in the States. Like, you're not in two separate rooms. You go in, and as soon as you pass through the triage, which is called the Kabbalah, like Kabbalah, what they're receiving the woman. So it comes from the same word. If you've heard the word Kabbalah, it's basically where you're being received. So anyway, I showed Ariella Malka. I didn't get all this on film, but I showed her, where the area is that they're gonna, want to do an initial monitoring. And I explained all the situations, like depending on what's happening in the labor, like if you're moving along really quickly and if things seem to be progressing, like they can move you straight into the labor room. And if you're early in labor, like what they need to do, and like all the things. We went over everything, which was really, really good for her. I think she really appreciates all that information, especially being a first-time mom. And we explored a couple different labor rooms. There's a couple different sizes of just the standard labor room, as well as the natural birth room. They have two, and we got to, and you saw the insides of that. And we talked about all the different labor scenarios, and then we looked at the postpartum, the aftercare, where she's gonna rest after the birth. And we went inside the baby nursery. One of the midwives there helped us see these things and access the. I wouldn't just go and walk right into the baby nursery, but a good friend of mine is a midwife there, so she was able to help Ariella Malka quite a lot by opening up some of those doors, so to speak. So I really love Sfat Hospital, and this hospital tour this morning just convinced me all the more that it's a wonderful place to be. And I love working in the hospital there. I love home birth as well. I really just want each woman to feel comfortable and safe and respected and empowered to birth however she wants to birth in her own way. And the hospital has really shown me over a long period of time that that's possible there. And for all women who want to have out-of-hospital births and other types of birth situations, as long as they're low risk and healthy and they have good care and they have good support and they're willing to be flexible, then that's when things usually work out the best. So anyway, it was fun doing that, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about the hospital tour, and comment below if you have any questions, and you can share this video and like it and subscribe if you like, and I hope to give you some more interesting videos in the near future. Okay, bye.